And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. Broadcasting live, 2K Sports presents the NBA. It's Monday night. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. As we close in on the start of the playoffs, let's see how the West is stacking up. You look at Sacramento. Right now, they're on the outside looking in at the playoff seeds.
And checking out Sacramento, they've been strong at times this season, but they still have some holes. I think they're a playoff caliber team. I just don't think they're a championship caliber team.
Yeah, that's not a knock on them. This is where most people expected them to be. They just don't have the talent to be up there with the contenders.
Now Sacramento starting five. DeRozan and Murray slot in at the small and power forward. Zach LaVine is out there with Monk, and it's Sabonis in at the five down low. And for Detroit, inside for him, it's Harris and Duren. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy, and it's Thompson in at the three slot. Harris outside. Oh, Stan, this should be a fun one. A clash at the center position.
Yeah, and Kevin, the way the game has changed, you know, we don't see these kind of big men matchups much anymore. And so it's great to see one where two great big guys going at it, and you know they're going to go after each other.
And Stan, you know what you're talking about. You've had the opportunity to coach some great big men.
Oh, I have. I mean, I had Shaquille O'Neal, Dwight Howard, Andre Drummond. I seem to always have good centers.
The Kings shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
And he can't get the first one. Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both.
And lost his touch right there. Didn't see that coming. Usually, when he's hot, he stays hot.
Ivy kicks to Harris. Monk against Cunningham. 5 to shoot. Rebound by the Kings. We're about 1 minute into the first. For three, LaVine hits Cunningham with the rebound.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Ivy passes to Harris. Pistons passing it around. Duren finds Cunningham. Over Monk. Cunningham gets the bucket. Cunningham's got the game going here with the first basket for the Pistons.
Well, he's always on the hunt. Cunningham's next shot is never far off.
Outside, Sabonis. Knocks it loose and stolen by Harris. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
And it does a world of good for them to have Harris getting busy inside. Gives them that inside-out edge they're looking for.
Now, here's Sabonis. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Murray for three. Drills it from outside.
And you like Murray as a spot-up shooter. Knows where to park himself and always ready to receive the pass.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. I was able to talk with J.B. Bickerstaff for a minute. I asked him what plan he had, if any, for Zach LaVine. He said, my focus is making sure he doesn't get any easy shots. We have to contest every attempt. It's about mitigating the damage, not preventing it. So it looks like he'll settle for just making LaVine work as hard as possible. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento.
If you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do. Show us your move. you must have left your dancing shoes at home. Shake it!
And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Cade Cunningham.
Look, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Levine, a screen on Thompson. Steps back and shoots. Duren pulls it in.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Harris. No luck, they battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. Monk against Cunningham. Levine passes to Sabonis. Down low, here's DeRozan. Over Ivy. Murray outside. 5 on the clock. Levine for 3. Rebound by the Pistons. You know, Stan, as productive as Zach Levine has been, you get the sense he wants to compete for titles. He wants more than just the individual stuff.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, at this point in his career, it just hasn't all worked for the teams he's been on yet, but he's still got some time to figure it out.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient.
To the paint. Here's Sabonis. Monk, no one around him. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even.
And you gotta love that three-point stroke of Monk. I mean, he's got such a high arcing shot there. It gives it a good chance to go in from deep.
And the basket by Harris.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now, here's DeRozan. Scoreless thus far. And they double up DeRozan. The shot, no good. Pistons leading by 3. Pass to Cunningham. To the middle. Here's Duren. And Duren slams it in.
That is what they want from Duren. Spike it, young fella.
Monk kicks to Sabonis. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Jalen Duren. Greg, give us one word to describe Domantas Sabonis on the offensive end.
Kevin, I guess I'd say dominant, but that only scratches the surface. The way Sabonis drops dimes, hits shots, and controls the glass, dominant just doesn't even really begin to say enough.
And he makes the first. Stan, for 4 seasons, you were the head coach of the Detroit Pistons, and we were just talking the other day, what a great sports city Detroit is.
Oh, I absolutely loved my time in Detroit. I've still got 2 kids who live in the area, and great, great, great sports fans. Hardworking people that really value hardworking teams, and if you are one, they will be behind you all the way.
And like his dad back in the day, Domantas has an innate ability to process and make quick decisions.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
I want to hear everybody make some noise because Pistons dancers.
numbers here for Thompson. He's putting up about 8 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. But that's just part of the picture. His defensive presence goes beyond the stat sheet.
Yeah, his true impact on the defensive end cannot be measured by stats.
.116 left in the first quarter. Beasley with the screen on Fultz. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Just 5 to shoot. With the drive. That shot no good. The Kings trail by 3. Here's Levine. That does not fall. Still looking for his first basket after 3 shots. Here's Thompson, and Thompson slams it home.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
Awesome rewind, courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Ellis kicks to Levine. Beasley with the rebound.
And he's still scoreless in this quarter. And at this point, they can use every point they can get.
Pass to Duran. It's stolen by Fultz. 9 feet out. And there's Levine on the assist from Fultz.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Hardaway for 3. That shot off the mark. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Pistons lead by 3. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Pistons.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
We've got Beasley. Asar Thompson is out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Hardaway in at the shooting guard position. They're the group Detroit will start the second with. Ellis finds Valanciunas, and the dunk by Valanciunas.
Strong finish by Valanciunas. He likes exerting his will close to the rim.
He stands since 2009. The Pistons have just 2 playoff appearances.
Yeah, that's true, Kevin, and they got swept in both of those playoff appearances. They haven't won a playoff game since 2008, and with all the lottery picks they've made recently, their fans are itching to see some progress.
That one's good, and the Piston lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Valanciunas. Schroeder looking over the floor. Schroeder setting the pick for Beasley. Over Levine. No good from Beasley. And Zoelis will bring it up for the Kings. Coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Yeah, they had a good game plan, executed it well, and they didn't let the crowd affect them.
Now here's Schroeder. He has yet to score. Stewart passes to Thompson. Clock at 6. For 3, Beasley. Again, the miss by Beasley. The Kings have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. That gives them the lead. Levine's got the lead up to 1 now for the Kings.
Levine shows off his toughness there, powering through contact.
Schroeder passes to Thompson. Back to Schroeder. Nice ball movement by Detroit. The offensive rebound. And Hardaway gets it to go.
Hardaway Jr. to the rescue, getting there on time to get that second chance look.
Levine against Beasley. Levine deciding where to go with it. Takes it inside. No good for the 5th time from the floor this game. He's made 2 shots. Here's Thompson. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot, off to a fast 2 for 3.
Gotta do more than this to stop Thompson. He's used to having to fight through contact.
Timeout called by the Kings. So Stan, you started in the NBA back in the mid-90s. How is coaching different from, say, now to back then?
Wow, Kevin, it's just so different and in so many ways. The players have gotten better, bigger, faster, more skilled. There's more coaches on a staff. Strength coaches have increased in volume and in influence, so there's less practice. Everything now has to be done different.
Everything is bigger, isn't it?
It really is.
For the Pistons, Tobias Harris comes in for Asar Thompson. And it's Cunningham in for Dennis Schroeder. And then for Sacramento, Sabonis, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. DeRozan comes in for Ellis. And it's Malik Monk in for Markelle Fultz. Pass to LaRavia. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. The shot by Monk is no good.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be given.
Cunningham passes to Stewart. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. And it's a 6-point Detroit lead.
Preparation paying off for Stewart. He was on his spot and ready to go the second he got the ball.
Pass to LaRavia. Now here's Sabonis over Stewart. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
Now here's Cunningham. They lead by 6, their biggest margin.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Levine finds Sabonis to end the run. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Cunningham. 1:46 left to play in the first half. He was all alone on that one. Beasley's got the lead up to 11 now for Detroit.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. for Detroit. Duran, he's checked in for Stewart. Thompson comes in for Malik Beasley. And Ivey's subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And a change for Sacramento. Ellis, he's checked in for Zach LaVine. .133 left now here in the second. Kings moving the ball around. Thompson against DeRozan. Ellis outside. Just 3 to shoot. Over Ivey. Again, the miss by the Kings.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan. Murray's checked in for Sacramento. Dean comes in for Ellis.
Murray, Zach LaVine.
.104 left here in the second. Ivey against LaVine. Ivey dishes to Thompson. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Here's a look at the 2K leaderboard. Certainly been a good month for these teams on the offensive glass. Number 1, the Kings.
And they've really put an emphasis on offensive rebounding. And, guys, it's paying off. The second chance points are coming in bunches.
LaVine passes to Monk. Back to LaVine. Over Ivey. Again, the miss by the Kings.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Here's Cunningham. Rebound by the Kings. Sabonis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. DeRozan scanning the floor. On the wing, Monk. Pass to Sabonis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Wants to get it to DeRozan and does. That one falls. DeRozan's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Kings. Here's Ivey. Still without a basket. For the 3. Not going to go that time.
Got it! Oh, amazing! Perfect timing there.
That's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
Well, that's an energizer boost heading into the next quarter. You know he's got to be fired up.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Pistons ahead. They're up by 6. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Fans, please direct your attention now to center court. And get ready for the fans half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're thinking about it, thinking about the shot. Give it up for our contestant.
Hello, folks. The first half is in the books, and we've got a lead on the scoreboard for the Detroit Pistons.
Their work on the glass has been superb tonight, chasing down every miss there, Ernie. That's their mindset.
Yeah, you can tell it was a focal point of their game plan coming in, and they've made good on that. All right, guys, let's swing it over and see what the fans have been posting. Here's a quick question from Cammy Triple Threat. If you guys were having a cookout, who do you trust to run the grill?
It's gotta be me. You know I got those barbecue chicken alert skills. Plus I'll make burgers the size of Kenny's face.
Ooh, but you got it. Put the seasoning on it, and I got the veggies. Maybe, Ernie, I could do it. I'm telling you, the seasoning is everything. I'd be good at all that food groups. I'm telling you.
Yeah, thanks, Jet. Manning the grill can't be any more chaotic than dealing with this place. But you know what? It's got to be the lovely Cheryl Ann running the grill. Ooh. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Cade Cunningham really making a difference here.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
The Kings trail by 6. On the court for Sacramento. The post pair for him will be Murray and Sabonis. Malik Monk out there with Levine, and it's DeRozan in at the 3. Now, here's Monk. Offline with his 3.
And they continue to control the glass.
Here's Cunningham. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. And so Levine will bring it up now for the Kings. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, Jalen Duren, a physical specimen, is improving the finer points of his game, including his vision. He said, "I feel like I've always been a good passer. I've developed more of that as my young career has gone on. Understanding the league better, to win." Kevin?
Yeah, you know, it takes time, but nice to see his development.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Back to Levine. Pass to Monk for 3. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And out of the gates here this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and 1 chance here to make it a 3-point play. It's going to send Tobias Harris to the line. That's on Keegan Murray. The Pistons shooting their first free throw of the night here.
At the line for your Pistons, Harris. Tobias Harris, 1 shot.
Stan, we have so many great players in this NBA. I mean, every night, from top to bottom, each roster, there's so many great players. But in your opinion, who is the toughest to game plan against?
Wow, that is a tough question because there's so many of them where there's no good answers. You know, let's take Jokic, for example. If you play him one-on-one, he's going to score virtually every time. If you come in, double team him, send the second defender, he's going to make the right pass all the time. There's no way to absolutely stop him. You just do the best you can to limit their team.
The great ones always have answers, don't they, Stan?
If they didn't, Kevin, they wouldn't be the great ones.
Oh, no thanks. Dancing machine.
Cunningham. His last 10 games, he's averaging 11 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And with his skill set on the offensive end, he is such a threat on the floor.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that makes life easier for his teammates. He demands so much defensive attention.
Sabonis finds Monk. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Outside DeRozan. Shot clock at 6. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. Sabonis Defense that time from Duran.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Ivy with the bucket. And the Pistons lead by 13.
Oh, interior defense doesn't hold back against Ivy, but he just explodes right by them and gets it to go.
Monk outside. DeRozan for 3. Rebound by the Pistons.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Thompson dishes to Cunningham. A shot off that time.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Pass to Monk. Back to DeRozan. Looking to end the run. It's not going to go for him. Good D by Thompson. Ivy kicks to Cunningham. Shoots over DeRozan. 11 feet out and he hits it. Cunningham's got 8.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. On top of being such a great mid-range shooter, Stan, DeMar DeRozan has earned a reputation for also being a timely scorer. He performs well in the clutch.
Yeah, I was on the wrong end of that too many times, Kevin. DeMar ranks in the top 5 among players in clutch buckets made for his career, and he was given the nickname King of the Fourth.
Oh, I like that. That's good from DeRozan. Now in the later stages of his career, Greg, DeMar DeRozan continues to be a master from the mid-range.
Kevin, we all know he loves that area of the floor. And what makes him so effective, the footwork. He's so good at backing guys down and creating space to get that jumper off.
Both free throws good from DeRozan.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Cunningham passes to Harris. For Murray. It's hauled in by the Kings. Murray's got his 4th rebound in this one. Ivy against Levine. Pass to DeRozan. Monk outside. Sabonis sets the pick for Monk. Connects from 3-point range. He has 6.
And Monk has proven that he is a terrific scorer from the perimeter. When he's in rhythm, he has no problem letting it fly.
Now, here's Cunningham. 8 points for him. Good as the jump shot falls. Cunningham's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
Outside, Sabonis. Outside, Levine. Pass to DeRozan.
2 minutes.
We've got 1:55 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Good D by Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
DeRozan on the wing. He's covered by Thompson. Sabonis' screen on Thompson. And DeRozan kicks to Monk. Nails it from the high post. Monk's got 8.
And you see the improvement in that mid-range game by Monk. He really wants to be a knockdown threat from all 3 levels on the floor.
And J.B. Bickerstaff has called a timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Stewart checked in for Tobias Harris. Malik Beasley comes in for Asar Thompson. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Jaden Ivey. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Cade Cunningham. .122 left to play here in the third. Pass to Beasley. Duran sets the screen for Beasley. Fires for three. Rebounded by Valanciunas. The Kings trail by 12. Outside, Levine. Now DeRozan. He's guarded by Schroeder. DeRozan against Schroeder. 5 on the clock. And it's DeRozan missing. Pistons leading by 12. Here's Hardaway. That shot missing. Nice D from Levine. And so Levine will bring it up now for the Sacramento Kings. DeRozan. And that comes off the assist by Levine. Levine's got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, tough finish by DeRozan. Made him work for those 2 points.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Duran finds Beasley. The shot, no good.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
DeRozan with it. Near the three-point line, it's Ellis, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Detroit Pistons with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We've got more in store for you right after this. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Detroit leading by 10. They've got Holland. Hardaway is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Malik Beasley. And it's Stewart in at the 5 spot. That's the group for Detroit right now. No good from Beasley.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Crowder feeling it out a bit. Schroeder against Monk. Pass to Laravia. And it's blocked. Schroeder outside. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Now, here's Monk. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Monk against Schroeder. Pass to Beasley. You coach Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But do you miss the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet? There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question. I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Well, it's great being your partner.
Likewise.
And here is Monk. After Tim Hardaway made that last three-pointer. Count the basket.
And he's an explosive guard who isn't afraid to test the defense. Heads-up play there from Monk.
Now Schroeder. Pass to Stewart. Pulls it up. Great look, but off the mark.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
The defense will take that miscommunication. Not even close.
And J.B. Bickerstaff has called a timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team.
Put your hands together. Hit your Pistons. Make the dance move.
Pistons, entirely new group now out there. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. During that last break, I listened in to J.B. Bickerstaff's huddle. He told his players, I love the energy right now. You look like you're having fun out there. Keep playing for each other because our chemistry looks great right now. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thanks. Pistons leading by 13. Thompson outside. Pass to Cunningham. Over Monk. Cunningham's shot is off. Kings have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Here's DeRozan. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
Yeah, how many times have we seen that from DeRozan? The mid-range maestro does it again.
Back to Cunningham. Duran with a screen on Monk. Cunningham for 3. Detroit, no good that time either.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Harris.
A load to deal with inside. The strength of Murray makes him a tough cover.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Pistons.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific, doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations. And hard not to get excited about Keegan Murray's potential. He can shoot the ball, he rebounds it. If this guy continues to grow his game, he could end up being a high-level impact player.
Good on the second free throw. Greg, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
Here's Ivy, and he lays it straight in. And the Pistons lead by 12.
And he's a big combo guard, and Ivy plays with no fear in there.
Now here's DeRozan. Sabonis' screen on Thompson. And the call will be against Harris. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Timeout, King. As the son of 2 professional athletes, Stan, Jaden Ivey was raised around sports. He knows the culture.
Yeah, that's an understatement, Kevin. His grandfather and father both played professional football. His mom played in the WNBA. She's now a college coach, but she also spent some time as an assistant with the Grizzlies. This guy has had sports from the time he was born.
Only the
Monk dishes to DeRozan.
2 minutes.
Rebound, Detroit. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Looking to end his cold spell, and it's good off the back rim and in.
Well, yeah, that's why he was the #1 pick back in 2021. Cunningham showing there that he can dominate games.
DeRozan's shot is off. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
And Thompson kicks to Ivy. Harris looking it over. Cunningham right side. That one wide left. The Kings trail by 14. Levine, good.
That's such a tough finish. Levine with outstanding focus to score through contact.
We've got 1:13 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Harris. Rebound by Murray. Kings have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Detroit.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
Hey, you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Cade Cunningham.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
And here is Monk, following the three-pointer by Cade Cunningham. Here's DeRozan. Duran pulls it in. And here's Cunningham. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on 2K Sports. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Cade Cunningham.